The Cotton Bowl has been set. It will be Ohio State versus Texas. Now, where I would have originally thought this game would have gone, it ain't going there. Um, Ohio State has stepped up and said, "Hey, we're tired of the disrespect. We've been playing a little poorly, so we've stopped playing a little poorly because, well, it's time." Well. Texas, on the other hand, they did pretty good against Clemson. I got to give them that. But this Arizona State game, now don't get me wrong, Kenny Dillingham and the Sun Devils, they aren't a weak team. But I don't think, from what I saw of the Texas Arizona State game, that Ohio State's got a lot to worry about in this game. But I could be wrong. So let's take a look at these two real quick.
This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports.
Okay, the first thing we're going to take a look at is the Rose Bowl. Ohio State sacked Dillon Gabriel 8 times. Think about that. Keep that in mind because we're going to come back to that. Now, they didn't intercept Dillon Gabriel at all, but they did sack him 8 times. Will Howard threw 3 picks. Rushing wise, Trayvon Henderson got 2 touchdowns on 8 rushes. Jeremiah Smith received 2 touchdowns. Emeka Egbuka, he received a touchdown. They were pretty spread out. So in other words, you've got to deal with everybody. Jeremiah Smith is just one person that you've got to pay attention to, because you've also got to pay attention to Trayvon Henderson, Quinshon Judkins. Judkins didn't get a touchdown, but he rushed for 85 yards 17 times, 5 yards average. Trayvon Henderson rushed only 8 times for 94 yards, 11.8 yard average. On top of the fact of that, G. Scott Jr., Trayvon Henderson, and Carnell Tate all received passes. Trayvon Henderson received 3 passes. They're spread out. Not to mention, they're able to get into the minds of folks. Now, mind you, Dillon Gabriel was doing an amazing job, but he couldn't handle the defense of Ohio State. Trayshawn Holden received 2 touchdown passes. Noah Whittington, rushed in for a touchdown. Dillon Gabriel is at negative 43 yards for the game. The man got sacked 8 times. So defense, offense, Ohio State, if they continue this path as to what they did to Tennessee, what they did to Oregon, yeah, I'm thinking that they're coming in for the game. Now let's look at Texas. Quinn Ewers got sacked 3 times, so that means that his offensive line can't hold back, folks. He got intercepted once. I saw it. Oh, man. They were able to sack Sam Levitt 3 times. They intercepted him once. In other words, the Texas defense was doing an okay job, not compared to Ohio State, but But Quinn Ewers got sacked 3 times. Keep that in mind. Their offensive line was not holding. If Dillon Gabriel got sacked, they're the number one team, got sacked 3 times in this game, how many times is he going to be hit? He's already been hurt once this year. And he got intercepted. They were somewhat spread out. I mean, Quinn Ewers rushed in for a touchdown. He threw 3 touchdowns, one to Matthew Golden, one to Gunnar Helm, and one to DeAndre Moore Jr. But they're kind of spread out. I mean, Cam Scatabo was part of their primary offense for Arizona State, and they were able to come back. It's not like that this was okay, they've been looking good all game. No, it wasn't until the fourth quarter that Arizona State came back. Take a look at what Ohio State did. They come out the past 2 games at Tennessee and Oregon. They came out and just pounded you hard. Arizona State had to come back for it to end up in double overtime. Remember that. This was double overtime game. So, yeah, Texas does not look to have the ability. I mean, they were getting frustrated at the end. They gave up so many yards to penalties. It was not a good look for them at any part in this game. Even though they won, it was not a good look for Texas. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media. And it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. So, here's my thought process. If Texas comes out the way that they came out this Arizona State game, heck, even if they come out the way they came out for Clemson, Ohio State's going to run the board with them. Texas, to win against Ohio State, Texas is going to have to step up in a way that they haven't had to step up. Well, they should have stepped up against Georgia this way. That's my point. They're going to have to step up like they should have stepped up against Georgia, but they weren't able to do it against Georgia. I'm thinking that this is going to be Ohio State coming into Texas to the Cotton Bowl, and they're going to embarrass Texas. That's the only way to look at this game right now. The Cotton Bowl, while it is a home, they're down there for Texas. It's in Texas. This is going to be an Ohio State romping and tromping. Unless Texas can get their heads out the rear ends. And also, Ohio State's going to have a really bad game. So right now I'm thinking it's going to be Ohio State. And I think it's going to be the same way the past 2 games have been for Ohio State. But that's what I'm thinking. What do you think? This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
Thank you for watching this video. I've had some fairly good success with all of my Redneck Sports stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the topic. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all that rigmarole, and also just let me know what you want to hear about. I'll give a redneck spin to this stuff. Let me tell you, I love sports. So, I love people that want to join me in that. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.